Boy, we've been doing a lot of commenters tonight, MJ, haven't we?
Yeah, this is actually. I know there's no specific order to you guys, but this is the last commentary of the night for tonight.
We've been going through them for like hours. And
yeah, this episode we're doing the auto commentary for Need Money, and this is actually supposed to be part of a series. And wasn't this like summer of 05?
Yeah, the first was summer camp, then it was.
And then it was summer show.
School's out
for the summer. The slip and slide. Then summer camp. Then we got kicked out of the camp, and the idea is they're supposed to have walked home from the camp. The bum doesn't even care about picking them up. This one is need money to get jobs, and then after this finally came the fair video. So there were like 4 in a row.
They were basically all the summer, what we did in the summer.
Each video has a little thing about it that connects to the next. Like in this one, the bum, who's in like at least 2 other episodes of the show later on. This is like the episode that introduces the bum. Actually, and I purposely, when we brought the bum back in the Thanksgiving one. Wasn't it Thanksgiving of this year, or was it the next year?
Thanksgiving of what? Oh yeah, of this year. But no, Thanksgiving's coming up in a few.
No, I'm talking about like we brought him back. I'm saying, remember the second one was the Thanksgiving of 05 or 06?
No,
it was 05 because 06 was the real gross one. Remember?
Yeah.
The real crude one. Yeah, it was 06.
But the only one with full frontal male nudity.
I know.
Well, that version's on YouTube though, so.
That's on our site.
It's edited up.
Well, yeah, it's funny, what I was saying was when, we were doing the Thanksgiving, usually when we try to reestablish...
What a nice shot.
Oh, jeez. We try to reestablish characters, this is actually like a neighbor of mine, when we try to reestablish characters again, like bring them back, we try to, like, introduce them the way we did the first time, so people, the alleyway and stuff, when we did that shot of the trash can, so that way you knew it was going to be him again.
This is the first time you see the bomb.
Yeah, this is the first one, so...
Although, even though Thanksgiving 06 is really gross and all, there's parts of it that I really like.
Yeah, truthfully, if you can look past the grossness, it's a really funny video. I watched it again and I'm like,
it's one of my favorite ones to watch a lot, because it is really funny.
Yeah, I just watched it and I'm like, oh jeez, I can't get over how funny it was. That's why we made the Christmas one of 06 really, like, clean and really...
It's like G. It's like
G-rated. It's like, that's why I did that to make up for how dirty the Thanksgiving one was. I'm really proud of this shot. I don't know why, but something about this reminds me of a shot in a Tim Burton movie. Or something, like it's like a whole different dimension. I don't know why. There's like this...
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, the way we're walking up the hill like that, and it's on like this hill, and... That's actually what's funny was, this house wasn't too far away from my actual house.
It was like within like feet, I guess.
Yeah, here's another neighbor's house. We've actually filmed with this house quite a few times, I think.
If she lets us film there, because didn't you used to like do yard work for her or something like that?
Yeah.
Or something in the past.
And she's like, okay, I guess I don't mind if you film a video here.
You're lucky though she's real open to do it, because some people are real against filming in houses.
I know. It's like, the thing is...
And we were like screwing around in her yard too.
Yeah, she says, I hope you don't mind if I remodel the kitchen or something first, like other things, so that way, because when people found out it was hers, this is she was like really just wanted them to look tidy.
What do you mean?
And I'm saying, he's like, well, people know this is my kitchen. I don't want them to get the wrong idea. Or it's like, I want them to know it's a really tidy kitchen. So,
oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so...
you sort of see this in the lens.
That's why you can see it's sort of like in the Matrix. You can see a reflection in the glasses.
At least you don't see the camera.
I know, it's surprisingly.
And now we're going to do yard work to the I'm a Scat Man.
Yeah, I love that song. It's funny how he was in like the...
there's you in the shop.
You told me he was in The Shining, and like he is. And
I believe that's this one they're talking about. I don't know.
He's still alive, isn't he?
No, he's dead. Died in 1986.
Oh, jeez.
He was an old guy though. He wasn't like and he could probably still be alive now. Like he'd be like close to 100, I guess. Something like that.
It was really hot and uncomfortable. Actually, we originally tried a scene. Actually, from the back, kind of almost looked like an old gardening woman here. We actually tried doing some scenes of with a lawnmower, with me mowing the lawn. If you think about it, I don't know how we could.
You broke it.
I don't know how we could have made it funny.
You broke her lawnmower.
I know we had to pay. We paid for it. She didn't get as mad about it as I thought she would.
But I think it was pre-broken or something. I don't know.
It was already kind of messed up. Like it already the handle came off the lawnmower itself. So,
and then the cord went inside of
it. Yeah, it went right through. I got like rope burn on my fingers. It sucked right inside, and we couldn't even use it. This woman couldn't even use it. Like, first of all, we couldn't use it for the video. Secondly, she couldn't use it either. And what's funny, I called a friend of mine later, and he goes, "It's so funny because the other day the opposite happened to me." And like, what? He goes, "Yeah, the whole thing ripped right out of it." So,
oh, now this is the time when I wore these fake tattoos.
I don't
They're
get
not
why you
real.
were doing that.
I was being stupid then. Although I may be getting a real one in the sometime in the summer.
God's creatures come alive.
Like, what is your feel on tattoos? Like, do you ever think you
Well,
want one?
if I want to get one, I want to get one no one else has.
Yeah.
I know no one
Well, you
else
can
has.
create your own symbol and then they make a flash of it. So that you just make the symbol and then they draw it up, trace it.
Well,
Oh yeah, I'm hearing my dad playing in the background that Dog the Bounty Hunter thing.
Oh jeez,
that he got in trouble for. Yeah, I watched that last night.
There was even a fart wind back when this was filmed. There's you dancing. There was, considering how the way it goes later, some of this was a little slow.
Yeah, this should have been quicker cuts. It should have been
Cool
more like a montage.
I'm thinking of filming a video on that hill sometime later.
If she lets you.
If she would.
We filmed there a lot. Like even when we were kids, we walked over from your house and filmed. She was always open for it.
Yeah, we had to use those real. That was well.
I mean, she let us film in other rooms.
Let's just say technology was different back when we were kids. Let's just put it that way.
I just guess since you knew her so long, she didn't mind you filming in the houses. But I can't believe she let us go in her basement sometimes. It was crazy.
I know, She was one of those pretty, real open people about stuff, you know what I mean? She was pretty open about it, but there were a few things she was a little strict about.
Didn't we film, what was the last thing we filmed there?
I don't even remember,
We never filmed at your house, though.
No, I know, it's because my house, I think part of it's because, my house has really bad lighting in it.
Yeah.
We never, I don't know if there's, a lot of room. I always have stuff on the, I don't have stuff on the floor, but the problem is, there's nowhere to put all the stuff I have.
Remember we did this? The neighborhood kid was watching the whole thing.
Yeah, there's these little girls who came back from swimming because I thought they were all in little swimming suits because this was in the summer, and one of them stood around.
They thought we were making some lemonade for real.
So one of them was tempted to come over and ask. That wasn't even really lemonade. That was just
lemons and
water. It was.
I got real lemonade and then cut up lemons and put them in there.
You told me you dumped lemons in water.
No, it was lemons in lemonade.
Oh,
so I drank some of it. It was so sick. That night, my lips were burning.
I tasted some of it, and it just tasted like lemon water to me.
Well, something about it made me so sick. I think as I was biting the lemons.
Probably.
I'm more tolerant to them now because, booze drinks a lot of lemon, isn't there?
I know. Lately, you've been drinking a lot of ones with lemons on them.
I drink the girl drinks.
I know.
I don't like the beer or any of that.
For years, we've been the beer,
Yeah, I recently got into that. We don't drink much, though. That's the thing.
Not as much as we used to.
No.
Yeah, those are probably the biggest glasses we own, or the biggest glasses you own. Don't you think this is literally, legitimately how a little kid would do it?
Yeah, it is.
And this is one of the craziest times Murph has ever acted crazy. Where he's like, hey, over here, come get some drink, and...
I mean, this was real awkward to do.
Well, I was the one who was yelling like a fool to everybody on the street.
I don't think now we care as much.
Now
now we're so used to that.
I walked through an entire convention dressed like Murph. Truth is, we just don't we don't think much of it anymore.
No.
I mean, it's just it doesn't make us. I feel awkward the way it used to. After a while, you get used to it. It's why do you think no one ever came down?
Wait, what do you mean?
Don't you think someone would have actually thought that we were legitimately selling lemonade?
Well, the girls kept looking like they were going to come down.
I know. What would we tell them? That's what you remember. We were sort of discussing between shots. We're what are we going to do? You're what are we going to do if they come over? Actually, I was asking you. You asked me. And we said, should we just give them some? I don't know if they like it.
They wouldn't like it. It would make them sick. And I kept drinking it, spilling over my shirt. It smelled so awful. It was terrible. Yeah. For some reason, when I watch this, I think of the movie Tremors. Don't ask me why.
I don't. Actually, didn't we do the scene after all the stuff with the bomb?
I think it was with the last. Yeah, we did the bomb.
Yeah, because remember when we were walking down the alley, all of a sudden we were only talking about doing that woman's that neighbor's lawn. We didn't actually talk about selling lemonade.
That's 4 minutes off the tape
I make reference
again.
to a previous episode. Remember when you shoved that PB&J, we call them choke and slide sandwiches, when you shoved it in my face?
A teacher of mine said that. And
I know. I actually made reference to a previous episode. And look, see here, then we're well, weeds, flowers, and you had different glasses all the time back then, and I had none. See, that way we walked down the alley, and then the shot in front of the dumpster. I even said, let's purposely do these shots again so people know who's coming. So that way, and he comes out and he talks the same way. That guy's actually a really close friend of mine. Here he is. He's actually a really close friend of mine in real life. And
he looks real different now. His hair's like
he has like a weird spiked mohawk thing, and he's still the same size, and he still pretty much looks the same. But he's funny. He's a real funny crazy. He's a crazy too. He's actually not as old as we are, but believe it or not, he seems. I don't know what it is.
We actually worked with him at the Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, he was like an employee there too. He worked there. He was like, dude, what's up? You're working here with me.
I think we can finally talk about it now because like we talked to the boss and everything was fine now.
Yeah, we spoke to him earlier today, and he was like, he was the boss. He still likes us.
So we're not like I my worries are gone about that whole thing.
I never actually had any worries about it. So actually, he purposely ripped the holes in this shirt to get that, and I think those pants are actually like that. He actually wore stuff like that sometimes when we hung out at the mall and stuff.
And this video was warm when we did it. Like the other videos were real cold. Yeah,
like the Thanksgiving was cool out. It was really warm when we did this one, so he didn't mind wearing the clothes with the holes in them. He loved the noise of me. He's like, he's like, yeah.
Does he remind you of Steve-O? I told him that once and he got all mad.
He did? What?
Reminds you Steve was like, yeah, dude, that's what he did. You know, Steve-O has that certain way of talking.
He's like, need money to help your family and.
I think my mom came up with that.
Hungry, and I thought, didn't I say and Don should just say hungry? It's like it should make sense, or it's like typically you should expect that.
We were doing this. Weren't people like looking at us a lot, and like they kept pulling because we did this right in front of a parking lot near like the place where bands always play. So like people always pulling in and out, and like and sometimes when we get in the trash can, people have looked at us weird.
Yeah, this actually shows you how tall we are in real life. This guy, okay, he is kind of short, but the truth is.
He's tiny.
He's like Seth Green.
Look at how small he is. It's like, it's so funny.
It's like, wait a minute. You're wondering, wait, Don and Murph are supposed to be 14, and how old is this guy, and how tall? Like, what? Is he like a midget? What is he?
There's only 1 minute of tape left. It's going to run out.
Oh, no.
Gosh,
there's not much left going on, so.
No.
And how much do you think that they would have legitimately made doing this?
Well, like a buck. Like, maybe. There's nothing about them that really screams bum. I mean, they don't look like...
I think Don's glasses sort of gives that away.
I've seen, like, girls wear them lately. It kind of freaks me out.
Would it be funny if, like, you started that?
Yeah, I don't wear this as much anymore because, like, when I first started wearing them, like, they were 70s kind of glasses and people didn't wear them, and now they've become popular again.
That's why you don't like... Now you stick to Don's regular glasses. Murph has always looked like that. So... Yeah,
phone calls we tend to get phone calls. It's about to run out of tape anyway.
Who else? Yeah, I was about to run out of tape anyways. But yeah, with Murph, yeah, we promised Murph is going to like stay that way forever. And
that wasn't real. It wasn't a real cigarette.
I know it was real. Just it wasn't lit.
Oh, we didn't light it. He takes my shoes.
Stuff always happens. Jeez, this person will not give up.
It's like Ernest, he never knew when to quit.
Alright, so, yeah. And in the next episode, it's funny how Don doesn't even remember. It's like they're not supposed to have anything to do with each other or something, so catch you next time.
Yeah, and that was the video.